started. Oh, here we are. Well, thanks for being here. Um, so last week we talked about the yamas and we talked about ahimsa. Yes, thank you. And so this week I thought we'd talk about Satya. And Satya means truthfulness. And I believe it's when your thoughts, your words, and your actions are, that was kind of weird. Mike's up in the garage, probably doing something there. Um, so anyway, when your thoughts, words, and actions align, then that is when you're living your truth. So we always think of truthfulness as, telling other people around us the truth. Well, if your thoughts, your words, and your actions don't align, then you're not being truthful with who you are and how you are in the world. So I think that's kind of a more what they mean by Satya. So please close your eyes. Find your breath. Finding our inner truth is probably one of the most important things we can do. Let's bring hands to heart center. It always feels to me like when we're able to do that, that we are living more in the present moment and really appreciating the beauty and the grace that's around us. Please lower your hands, open your eyes, and we're going to start in child's pose. So just go ahead and sit back. Give yourself a few moments there. Begin to inch your arms out in front of you. Come on your hands. Let's give a little pressure down through your hands. And then just walk your hands to the left side of the mat. Shift your hips to the right a little bit. And then switch sides. And then coming back to center. Lift up on fingertips. Just get a little stretch going. Your wrists, your shoulders. And then making your way up to all fours, just start to move in a big figure eight or infinity sign, whichever you like better. And switch directions when you'd like. And then pause and just extend your left foot. And so the ball of the foot's on the mat. And then you're just gonna roll it to the side and then kind of roll to the top of your foot and around to the other side. So you're just kind of moving your ankle in a big circle. You can roll it, kind of warming that up. And then pause and just lift the foot up. Check your core. You can flex and point it a few times if you like. Then add the right arm. So you got left leg, right arm. And if you're feeling stable, bring that right hand, sweep it back by your hip, and then back forward. Keep a long back of neck, really engaged in the core, and do that a couple more times, just kind of making a big arc with your arm. And then pause, that arm forward again, and bring it on in. And let's do that on the other side. So extend the foot, right foot first, and just roll it to the side, through the top of the foot. I know, crack, crack. And in a big circle. Just slow and mindful. You can switch directions. I have one spot that's super tight. Good. And then pause, extend the right leg. Draw your low belly up. Lengthen through the top of the head. Add the left arm. And then I'm just going to sweep the hand back by your hip and forward. Try to stay really connected in your core. Do that a couple more times. And then pause when you're done and bring it on in. Go ahead and pick up your left knee, tuck it in behind your right. Stretch your feet long and just kind of move back and forward, kind of stretching out the hips. Keep the hips square. It's like a Gomukhasana. Can pause where it feels good if you'd like. And then unwind and we'll switch. And I'll tuck the right knee behind. My knee, the top knee always comes up when I come back. And you want it to, just stretching those hips. Good, and then unwind. And just to get off your hands for a moment, stretch your feet long, sit back on your heels. It's blanket if you're got a bum knee. Shake out your wrists because we're going to be on them a little bit more. You can roll your shoulders and then come forward again. Bring your hands just slightly in front of your shoulders. Curl your toes under and lift your knees just an inch or two. Keep lengthening and really strong in your core. And then push the hips back towards your heels and then up and come to a downward facing dog. And walk your dog out. And then bring your feet a little wider in down dog. And maybe turn the toes out slightly as you walk your hands back and come into a deep squat back there. And then walk back forward, coming back to that wide downward facing dog. And then come forward to a plank pose. You can bring your feet in alignment if you'd like. Pause there. Hug your elbows in as you lower to the ground. Stretch your feet long. Lift your head and shoulders up. Think long back of neck. Pressing the feet down. I'm not using my hands at all. Just kind of engaging those muscles, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other and down a bit. And then maybe add the hands. One more breath. And lower down. Push back to all fours again. And just extend your right leg off to the right side. And you can move forward and back. Just work on the inner thigh a little bit. And then walk your hands back, come up to standing on that knee. Make sure your hip is right above the knee and you feel stable through that extended foot. Extend your arms up and just lightly touch the back of your head. You can interlace them if you want, but keep thinking I'm really strong in my core. And I'm just going to angle down to the left so I get the same angle as my leg and hold. Draw your pelvic floor up, lengthen through the top of the head, and come on up. And I just want to do that 3 times now, just kind of going down, coming back up. Keep shoulders and hips square to the front. And then this last time, hold again, extend your hand to the floor, turn the left or right toes up, stretch up. Come on. Back into all fours to switch sides. Gonna move forward and back. The foot and the knee are in the same align. I always think arch to knee, but whatever feels like it's stable for you. And then come on up. Hip stays above knee. Stretch the arms up and lightly cup the back of the head. That's just to remind you to, when you press back, it keeps your core engaged, and then try to find that same angle as your extended leg and hold. Lengthening through the top of the head, pressing back, engages that core. Good. And come on up. And then 3 times, just kind of working those side muscles. And one more time. And this time, hold. Extend your right hand down towards the floor. Turn the toes up. Big stretch. Good. And then come on down. Good. Go ahead and sit back to child's pose. And then coming on up to downward facing dog. And one more time, forward to plank. Really that strong core. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift to cobra. Exhale, lower. And push up and back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Just take a moment there in a forward fold. And then articulating up to standing. Bend your knees a little bit first. Tuck your tail. Round. Low back, middle back, upper back. Come on up to standing. Yeah. And take a little bit wider stance. Maybe just as wide as your mat. Turn the toes out slightly. And stretch your arms up. On an exhale, bring hands to heart center and bend into this like a squat. And you can bring your hands on your thighs. And then just kind of dip one shoulder and then the other while you maintain a nice squat. Oh, that feels good, right? And then come back up to center. I think I'm drawing up, hands to heart center. Press into your feet and lift. And we're just going to do several squats like that. So bend, try to keep sits bones back, press and lift. Keep going. Low belly up, but keep the sits bones back. Crack, crack. And evenly press into your feet. Two more. One more. Good. Stretch your arms up. Interlace the hands, press the palms up. And in this wider stance, just arc to your right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arc to your left. Inhale up. One more time. And back to center. Release your hands and have you grab one block and bring it down. We're going to take that wide stance again, but your right foot's going to be on the block. And we're going to do squats again, but this time your foot's going to be on the block. So you'll feel it a little differently. So stretch the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, squat, and stand up. I keep going here. See if you're using all four corners of both feet. Try not to lean forward too much. Keep drawing the pelvic floor up. Six. We're going to do two more. Seven. Last one. Hold. See if you get even feet. Good. Press and lift on up. Ooh, you feel a little something there? Switch to the other side while it's still fresh in your memory. Make sure you have a good stance. I don't care if your feet are straight ahead or turned out, whatever works best for your legs. Stretch your arms up and squat. We're going to do 8 so you can count. Notice if you're pressing evenly into both feet to come on up. Your left knee won't straighten all the way. Last one, stay squatted. Think, how tall can I get through the top of my head? Good, and stand up. Ooh, step off. Good job. Now come up to the front of your mat with your blocks. And inhale, stretch your arms up. What a relief. And exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back to a deep lunge. Maybe lift and lower that right heel a few times. And then keeping your right hand on the block, sweep the left arm up to a twist. And just breathe there. Feel that stretch. Good. And then retrace your pathway for the hand, set it down, and lower the back knee. Hug to the midline, stretch up. Anjane Asana. And please touch down. Lift the back knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Extend the right leg and just pause there. And then hugging that knee up towards your nose, step it through to deep lunge. Again, just explore lifting and lowering the back heel. Keep the left hand on the block, sweep the right arm up, open up to the twist. Feel that right hip crease, drawing back. And sweep it back down, lowering the back knee, hugging to the midline, stretch up, Anjaneyasana. When I say hug to the midline, I want you to even think of your back heel as hugging in. And touch down, lifting the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. Extend the left leg. And step it through, deep lunge. And then please step forward, forward fold. And just sway forward and back a few times on your feet just to see if you're really engaging. And finding your breath on your next inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And do that again. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. And then bring your hands back behind you. See if you can keep the lower ribs drawing together, broaden the clavicles, but you're able to interlace. And you have a long back of neck. You feel really tall. And then just kind of twist side to side if that feels good. You can use a belt here too. But I knew all you guys here, probably you guys at home too, can do this. Good. And then pause and just bend your knees a little bit. Pretend like you're going to lay your chest there and let your arms follow. Always re-straighten, allow gravity to just kind of help you. Big stretch in the shoulders. And release your hands. Set your blocks off to the front and step back to a downward facing dog. And then coming down to all fours again with your hands just slightly in front of your shoulders. Extend the right leg. Just notice if you draw the low ribs towards each other, bend that right knee, flex the foot, and just working the glutes and the hamstrings, just start pulsing that foot up and down. Nothing moves but the leg, but you feel the glutes and the hamstrings firing. Good. And then pause, extend the leg. And then 3 times, I'm just going to have you round and bring the knee towards your nose and extend it back. Now you are moving your back a little bit. 2, pretend like you're moving through quicksand. 3, hold really round, and then set that knee down. Find a flat back again, extend the left leg. Draw your low ribs together, draw your low belly up. Keep everything stable and strong. Bend the left knee, flex the foot, and start those little pulses. Just feel like nothing's moving except for the leg is knee is moving up and down a little bit, firing those glutes and hammies. Good. Now pause, extend the leg, and then 3 times you're just going to draw the knee in towards the nose as you round and extend it back. 2, and then last time, hold in that modified cat pose and bring the knee down. And go ahead, sit back, a little child's pose, break. Breathe deep into the low belly. And then coming back up, I'm up to a downward facing dog. Feel your shoulder blades on the back, your clavicles broadening, your armpits hollowed out. And then come forward to plank. And see how slow hugging your elbows in. So keep the elbows right above the wrists if you can as you lower down. Excellent. Little mini cobra. And lower down. Good. Push back to all fours. Grab your blocks under your hands. Downward facing dog. And step your feet up between the blocks. Forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Pranam and fold. Right foot steps back, deep lunge. We're just going to do a little hamstring stretch now. So lift the right heel high, straighten the left leg. You might have to get to a higher height with your blocks and think, I want everything aligned. I'm drawing up through my pelvic floor to lengthen, and then maybe fold deeper. And bend into your front knee. Take a step forward with your right foot and come upright. And feel like your torso's in the same angle as your back leg. And then shift your weight to that left foot. Lift the right leg. Warrior three. Good. Touch it down. Good job. Touch the block. Step forward to switch. Left foot steps all the way back. Deep lunge. And then lifting the heel high, straightening the right leg. And I really want you to take the time to think, okay, drawing my pelvic floor up, lengthening all the way through the top of my head. And then maybe I hold deeper. And breathing. Good. Bend into the front knee. Take a step forward with that back foot. You can take it in steps if you want to. Coming up, hands to heart center, and shift, lifting the left foot and leg. Good. Touch it down and touch the blocks and step forward. Just move the blocks out of the way. Come down again to a deep squat or whatever variation of squat you like. And then very gracefully sit down. You can help use your hands and just scooch back enough that you can lay back on your mat. And just hug your knees in. You can roll into a little ball if you want to. Feel the low back pressing down. Maybe your tailbone lifts up, your shoulders and head. Good. And then set them, everything back down, including your feet. And feel that neutral spine. So you feel a little curve under your low back. I want you to keep that as you bring your legs up to tabletop. Flex the feet. Press your hands on your thighs. So press away and up a little bit to think, okay, I still have that neutral spine. I'm really feeling like I have a girdle there around my midsection, all sides. I'm not pressing so hard that I can't breathe. Good. And then pause. I want you to bring your hands behind your head. Now you're just going to think, I'm going to press the low back down. So I'm going to lift my head and shoulders, press the low back down. Maybe reach the arms. If you can lift a little higher, press the low back down even a little more. Keep breathing and relax down. Hug the knees in again. This time just relax though, not in a ball. Hold on to just the right knee. Extend the left leg. And maybe bring the right knee off to the side a little bit. Feels kind of good. And then bending the left knee, set the left foot down, bring the right ankle across left thigh. And maybe that's enough stretch for you, or you can interlace behind the thigh. Feel a nice neutral spine here. So you're trying to lengthen, even though you're kind of pulling that close to you. So it feels like you're pressing the low back down. But if you engage and try and lengthen the spine, it feels like a lot better stretch in that right hip. Good. And then unwind, hug the left knee in, extend the right leg. Maybe bring it off to the side a little bit, just wherever it feels like a good stretch. And then bend the right knee, set that foot down, left ankle comes across, maybe interlace wherever it feels like a good stretch for you. You can just stay down to your foot planted. Good. And then release, unwind. Both feet are flat. And have you just shift your hips to the right a little bit. Bring your arms to cactus or T. And then as you bring your knees up, let them go all the way over to the left side. So you're in a twist. Let's see if you can just get comfortable there. Maybe the right shoulder will stay down, maybe not. It's something to notice. And then lightly touch the back of your head with your fingers. You're just going to lift your head and shoulders up, straight up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Unwind. Bring your knees back up however you can. You're going to have to shift your hips to the left now. Bring your knees to the right. Try and find a comfortable position. If that, I thought one of you guys was saying that. Touch the back of your head and lift. 2, 3. We get into some muscles that are hard to find. 4, 5, and relax down. Good. Bring the knees up. Make sure your hips are straightened out or in alignment, I guess, with the rest of your body. And then bring the feet wide for a few windshield wipers. And then you feel like that's good. Just let the feet close to each other. Let the knees open for Supta Baddha Konasana. Just bring your hands on your belly. Just finding your breath. And encouraging your belly to relax now. And then bringing the knees up. Bring the feet straight up. And just whatever variation of stretching the ankles you'd like. And my new favorite is just moving the feet together in a circle, but And then bending the knees towards the armpits. Come to happy baby. So hands reach in front of the shin to find the ankle or foot. And just roll around a little bit. And straighten one leg and the other you can. It feels good to me today. Or both, whatever. And then stretch out for Shavasana. Just feeling, noticing yourself lying here. If you can totally relax, let go of any muscle energy. Just be here in this space with yourself. Every exhale, letting go a little more. Opening your jaw. Opening your belly. Softening your belly. Softening your belly. Satya is about living our truth. It's really that simple. There are as many ways to do this as there are people who practice Satya. And no one can tell you how you should listen for and find the truth within yourself. For some of us, it's a long road back to our own truth, for we live in a culture in which truth is a rare commodity. Our work environments, home lives, and friendships are often permeated with falsehood. We distrust the slogans of the media, the promises of our leaders, the testimonials of politicians, the declarations of business people. Sometimes we come from families in which appearances are more important than reality. There's a quote from Plato that said, "Truth is the beginning of every good thing, both in heaven and on earth, and he who would be blessed and happy should be from the first a partaker of truth, for then he can be trusted." Start to move. You're ready. Actually drawing these in, rolling to the side, pushing on up. Just take your time. Bring hands to heart center. Namaste. Feel okay? What's that? Does it feel okay? Good. Oh, thank you guys for being here.
Thanks,
Okay.
Lisa.
You're welcome. Have a great day, okay?
You
Yeah,
too.
thank you, Lise. See
You
ya.
bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.